In this video, I'm going to talk about how to set up at the bag as a first baseman. Let's first start with how we get to the bag. So I'm set up on defense, the ball is hit. My first movement to the bag is I'm turning in towards the field. And the reason for that, I want to see everything that's going on. If I turn the other way, so if I turn this way with my back to the field, I'm running to the bag, I have to do a complete turn. And if I do that, I'm not going to be able to see where the ball's at to where I need to actually set up, or I might be late. So first movement is turning in while I'm looking where the ball is at. And once you play first base consistently, you're not going to need to look down to see where the base is at and then look back up. You're going to get very comfortable with where that bag is at. And a good tip if you are newer to first base, figure out how many steps you are away from first base. So for example, I'm at the bag, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just close right now just for video purposes. I'm 4 steps away. So when I turn to go to the bag, all I need to do is take 4 steps. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have to look down and I'm ready to receive the ball. So now let's talk about our footwork when we receive the ball. What I prefer to do is get my heels really close to the bag, and I like to have the corner of the bag almost in the middle of my feet. Now, where you set up will depend on where the ball is hit. So for example, if a ball is hit to third base, I'm looking this way. If it's short, I'm here. Second, let's say second baseman is really deep, I'm gonna be turned this way. So I might be straddling this corner. So I like to have both feet on the ground really close to the bag. As the ball is coming in, I'm gonna take my right foot and I'm gonna put it on the bag. Lefties, you're gonna be opposite. You're gonna go ahead and take your left foot and put it on the bag. The part of the foot that you want on the bag is the middle part of the top of your foot, so right there. If we do that, we're gonna be able to stretch if we need to while still keeping our foot on the bag. If we put our heels on the bag, so my right heel is on the bag and I need to stretch very far, I'm gonna be going out and now my heel is off the bag. So that's our footwork, and what goes along with footwork is our timing. So timing is very, very important because we need to be able to move around the bag depending on where the throw is at. So the correct timing, ball is coming in, I want my glove foot to go out when that ball hits my glove. That's gonna allow me to stretch. It's gonna allow me to move if I need to. If we stretch too soon, so let's say the ball is hit, I'm at the bag, third baseman gets the ball, before she releases, I'm already here. Instead of throwing to my chest, she accidentally throws this way. I'm not able to move quick if I need to. So do your best, don't step until you see where that ball is going, and you want to time it up, glove foot hits when that ball hits. And in regards to this glove foot, when this glove foot goes out to catch the ball, we need this glove foot going in the direction where the ball is coming from. So let's say a ball is coming from third base. Instead of the ball perfectly thrown to my chest, the ball is just a little bit to my right. So let's say the ball is on this path, on that line right there. Instead of going out with my glove foot and reaching, what I want to do is get my glove foot super close to that ball so I can stretch and still be able to catch the ball. Doing that just allows me to move very freely and catch the ball. There's a couple other things that you want to think about when you are receiving a ball. The first one is you want to be nice and athletic. So you're getting set up at the bag. Before the ball is hit to you, get nice and athletic. We don't want to be standing straight up and down. As a first baseman, we always want to work ground up. Now, not every ball is going to be in the ground, but I would say there's a decent amount of throws that go in the dirt. As first baseman, it's our job to pick those. So if we're nice and athletic and the ball goes down, I don't have a long distance to go. If I'm standing straight up and down and the ball's on the ground, I'm diving and I'm not going to be as fluid and I'm not going to be able to stay behind the ball. So I'm here, I'm nice and athletic. If I need to pick it, my right foot goes on, I go low, and I scoop it. The other thing is be ready with your glove, which I know sounds silly, but I see some first basemen like this, which again, not the end of the world. I just prefer glove out. You've got a nice firm wrist. That way you can move your glove quickly without all this extra movement. So I like to be here loose. If I need to go down, I can go down. If I need to go up, I can go up, opposed to either holding it here or here. And the last thing, which I know is very obvious, but we never, ever, ever want to be in the middle of the bag. This first base actually has a safety bag. So this side is all for the first baseman. This side is all for the runner. But if you're playing on the field that just has one bag, as a first baseman, if your foot's in the middle and that runner's coming down, that's fair game, and that runner can step on your foot and that hurts. So really focus on avoiding the middle of the bag and get right on the edge. A very common question that I get from parents is, when should I get my athlete a first base glove? I would say get a first base glove if you know your athlete will be at first a lot of the time. If they're 8U, 10U, and they're kind of moving all around, Gloves are expensive. I would say don't invest in one yet, or maybe find a really old used one. If coaches have the funds, I would say keep one first base glove for the team. That way every single first baseman can use one. 14U and up, maybe 12U. If your athlete is playing majority of the time at first base, invest in that first base glove, because a first base glove has a really big web, and that's going to allow them to reach and catch a lot more balls.